Hey, what's going on YouTube? So in this video we are going to continue our Babylon discussion, and I was going through the Bible, just looking at how much more I have to go to finish this, and it might be a 3-part thing. I'm expecting 2, but it might go to 3. I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to get right into it. We are going to start at, let's see here, we're just going to start at Revelation chapter 17 verse 15. I've already read a little bit of this, I believe, but we're going to go from there. Then the angel said to me, the waters you saw, where the prostitute sits, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and languages. Now, in my opinion, the whole Catholic Vatican thing has basically spread to many peoples, many multitudes, many nations, and through many languages. Just my opinion. Now, once again, I see how America could fit into this, but I also see very heavily how this could be the Vatican, this could be the Catholic Church. And you'll see why here in a minute. The beast and the 10 horns you saw will hate the prostitute. Okay, the Antichrist and the 10 kings, basically, will hate the prostitute. Let me just change that. They will hate the Vatican. They will bring the Vatican to ruin and leave the Vatican naked. They will eat her flesh and burn her with fire, for God has put it into their hearts to accomplish his purpose by agreeing to hand over to the beast their royal authority until God's words are fulfilled. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. Now, I changed the whole prostitute thing to the Vatican so that maybe it might make sense. So just be aware that I changed the words. Not to say this is some kind of blasphemous sort of study or anything like that. It's just so you guys can understand what I think is going on here. The woman you saw is the great city that rules over the kings of the earth. Now, I think John would know the difference between a nation, a city, a country, or whatever. So this is why I think it might be the Vatican. It probably is the Vatican. It's probably some city that's built in the future. It's something. Okay, it's not. It's either a city we have now or it's not a city we have. So, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. But when I think of this as the Vatican, it makes sense to me. And, maybe other people might take it a different way. I don't know. But, great city that rules over the kings of the earth. I mean, could you say that about the Vatican? I mean, they are into some weird stuff, with the whole Lucifer telescope that they have, with, the fact that they're looking up into space, and they're, what business do they have with that? The fact that, the Pope basically said some stuff about, being gay and Christian is okay, and, something about Islam and Christianity need to get along, and things like that, and somebody in the Vatican said something about aliens. I mean, what is going on? I mean, you could almost see this as a false prophet, sort of false, an antichrist type of person, thing, whatever. This dude is just evil, okay? I mean, I don't know if you've if you guys have seen Pope Francis, I believe is his name, he looks creepy. He doesn't look human, in my opinion. I mean, he looks human, but you look at him. You look at his eyes. You look at his, his teeth, especially if he's smiling. You look at his muscle structure on his face. He looks demonic. That's my opinion. He looks demonic. Same thing with Obama. I've seen Obama have this little, sort of a Joker smile. This man, I mean, he looks creepy. These guys look creepy, and I'm somebody who, I'm not big into horror movies, but I can look at a couple of things and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. But I mean, these guys they're creepy looking. So let's continue. This is chapter 18. We finally made it. After this, I saw another angel coming down from heaven. He had great authority, and the earth was illuminated by his splendor. With a mighty voice he shouted, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling for demons." Pope Francis. "And a haunt for every impure spirit. A haunt for every unclean bird. A haunt for every unclean and detestable animal. For all the nations have drunk the maddening wine of her adulteries. The kings of the earth committed adultery with her, and the merchants of the earth grew rich from her excessive luxuries." This is where I start to think maybe it's America. It's like, well, everyone's pretty much prospered from, trading with America and, so on and so forth. "Warning to escape Babylon's judgment." This is a subtitle before verse 4. It goes on to say, "Then I heard another voice from heaven. Come out of her, my people." Okay, this is a place with Christians. Okay, America, the Vatican. So we're there, There are Christians in this place. And it says, "Come out of her, my people, so that you will not share in her sins, so that you will not receive any of her plagues, for her sins are piled up to heaven." Okay, when you look at America, the abortion rate, the legal gay marriage, you look at the murders, the violence, I mean, you look at everything that America has basically done. Wars and just everything. You can't count it. You cannot count the amount of people we've killed, the amount of people we've affected as a country. Our evilness heavily outweighs our kindness. People will say, "Oh, well, we helped during World War II. We also killed a lot of people in World War II as well. We also dropped the only 2 nuclear weapons on people." Okay? So, we're not saints here, but, it's saying in the Bible that there will be Christians, there will be people who believe in God and Jesus that will be in this place. We will be in Babylon. So where there are Christians, there is a possible Babylon. I mean, just if we're raptured out and there's still people here, where the Christians are, that is where a possible Babylon might be. Or rather, the location might be a possible build site for Babylon, or it's the possible place for the Babylon. Anyways, continuing on. "And God has remembered her crimes. Give back to her as she has given. Pay her back double for what she has done. Pour her a double portion from her own cup. give her as much torment and grief as the glory and luxury she gave herself. So, America is a rich country, sort of. Not so much now. Our riches will be turned upside down times 2. We will be broke. We will be destroyed if it is America. I mean, if you look at the Vatican, you drop one nuclear weapon on the Vatican, done. You look at America and you say Babylon might be America, well, okay, then, there are some things that are going on here, It seems to fit the criteria. Just my opinion. In her heart, she boasts, I sit enthroned as queen. I am not a widow. I will never mourn. Therefore, in one day her plagues will overtake her. Death, mourning, and famine. She will be consumed by fire. For mighty is the Lord God who judges her. What a statement. That is America written all over. And you look at Lady Liberty, she is based off of another goddess, I believe it's a Greek goddess, who is a goddess of love, lust, sex, things like that, and is referenced and called the prostitute. So, is he seeing Lady Liberty and he's going, oh, that looks like, so-and-so? Because John, right now, I believe, is in Greece somewhere. He's in a Greek city, and I think he's in I want to say Patmos, and that might be wrong, but it sounds right. I don't know. But he's there, so he would know that, something like that. He would know, okay, here I am, outside of where I live, there's maybe this statue, I see it every day, and then I see Lady Liberty, and it's like, whoa, they're like almost the same. So is this why they're called or is this why she is called the prostitute? And America is so guilty of this. We have glory and luxury that we give ourselves. This is true. We tend to keep our riches from the world. We could help the world. We really could. But we don't. In her heart she boasts, I sit enthroned as queen. That's America. I am not a widow. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? We have allies? Are we married to the devil? Are we, what's going on? It says, I am not a widow. I will never mourn. Once again, that's America. Nothing bad will ever happen in America. Therefore, in one day her plagues will overtake her. Death, mourning, and famine. She will be consumed by fire. In my opinion, that is nuclear fire. Nuclear fire. If it's not nuclear, then it's a meteorite, an asteroid or something. I don't know. Anyways, we will pick this up in the next video. I'm looking at, man, the whole Babylon thing, it goes and it goes and it goes and it doesn't ever stop. I mean, it does stop, but this might be 3 videos, 4 videos. I'm, totally unprepared for how long this was. So, yeah, I think we're just going to have to do a part 3. Probably a part 4. Anyways, that is it for this video. I will talk to you guys in the next video.